One of the most well-known culture nights, especially in the collegiate level, is the Filipino culture night.
So like when I first saw PCN in high school, I thought it was such a revolutionary event up until I started realizing that, wow, it's the same thing every year.
We also included hip-hop.
To me, it looked like a Gap commercial.
But there's also a question of cost.
Well, from our end, we usually spend about $15,000 for an entire weekend.
You guys do it like all the time, whereas PCN is just a one-time thing. It's like, you know, it's pretty much a waste of money, I think, to like pretty much spend $30,000.
It wouldn't be a waste of money if there was some kind of continuation. I think every year you have a different coordinator.
A lot of the funding comes from school funds, student fees, so it's kind of expected that you outreach the entire campus community. So you're not only outreaching the Filipino community. I would have to disagree that it's really, one, just for your friends and family, and two, that the money is coming from like an extraneous, like mysterious source.
Every year, it's that same lolo with the same jokes. Aren't we reinforcing these stereotypes?
I think the nice thing about being Filipino and Filipino-American is to accept the fact that we could laugh at ourselves as well. And have those, it's not really stereotype, but as well of enjoying being Filipino, that it's okay to be Filipino.
We're not even dealing with real issues anymore. Sometimes it's always identity. Yeah. I'm not saying all of them. Not all of them do that. But we tend to concentrate. It's 4 hours long. How long does it take us to really discover who we are?
Right. And yes, we're focusing on identity, but we've only been here in America for like 40, 50 years. It's going to take a long time to figure out who we are, so it's priceless.
PCN really necessarily only covers those issues. I think over time it's kind of specified or has divided into specific issues, like to cover gender and sexuality, to cover how Filipinos are involved in hate crimes.
But at the same time, are they only covering that during PCN? Is it happening throughout the year? Because, you know, do we have to wait for PCN to cover these issues?
I mean, who are all these college students to tell me that I'm not being Filipino enough? I bet half of them can't even speak Tagalog, and they've never even been to the Philippines.
What happened here is we have PCN actually dividing Filipinos instead of uniting them.
People who can't afford to like spend so many hours in PCN, people who need to work, will not be able to do PCN.
So you have to pay to participate in PCN.
Yeah, exactly,
That's
in Berkeley.
Hefty. Doesn't that divide it in class?
Nice to meet you, can I call you? Ang sabi mo naman sige, hitayin ko.
What if you feel like you don't have any talent?
There's a lot of things that the people could participate in. And the neat thing is, if it's really divisive, why is it then at USF, where we started 23 students, now there's over 300 students involved with this?
PCN can totally like inspire so many people. I really want to see a PCN, you know, where like I'm blown away by like a few hours of the show and come back home and really like read up and research on like what the topics were. I really want to see a quality show with really good actors, good dancing, and just like to see like a really good community event.
Right. Might cost you more money though.
PCN will and always be a stepping stone for our future artists in our community, and I think everybody has somehow been inspired.
PCNs are there to invoke thought and to invoke further education and improve who we are, not only as an individual, but as a community.
Be heard! Stand up and speak out!